Hey gang, how you doing today? Welcome back to the channel. I got you on auto, so the camera is going to take a while to catch up, right? Yep, I got you on auto. Got you on autofocus and auto brightness, that kind of thing. But let's see, check the battery. Yep, we're good to go. Adding some shelving here because I have new Kydex. I got some new product. I actually got a couple new pins. Well, I should say they're not new to you all because you have seen them before in the past. Oh, sorry about that. There you go. I have had them and I've showed you guys knives, but I noticed they're not on the website, which was odd. And I just got some new Kydex. I did an Instagram video a little while back and shared that with y'all. So what I want to do is basically just do a little video on what things are looking like in regards to the website, how to order everything, how to select stuff, what it looks like, walk people through it because I got some new folks that have been asking some questions about things, as well as now that I have new Kydex, I changed a couple of things like that too. So it will walk you through how to use the website, what to look for, and go that route. But in the interim, I have some knives here I'm working on. I got a couple of homeless. I got the companion over here. That is the one we're gonna do for a raffle for Forgotten Coast Canine. That one is a custom, but it's a very unique one, companion in desert ironwood with a couple of mosaic pins. That's a homeless one. But I'm gonna get the shelf up real quick. Get these inside there, that there, yeah, that, got it? Okay, that there, and get back to you. So let me get this done. Hey gang, okay, just got done. Shelves are up. I'm gonna have to cut some Kydex, but I could use my vacuum. You ever seen these before? The Milwaukee? Oh, super cool, super cool. Ever since I did the knives there for Milwaukee a few years back and got some tools, I got connected, I got pretty much hooked up on them and never turned back. So, oops, sorry about that, never turned back. So what I am doing, I'm gonna grab the Kydex again, some of this stuff here, and show you all, bring them back over here, and we'll talk Kydex, and then we'll talk website changes. So as I'm just trying to slip that idea, hold on. Okay, website changes. Yep, knives are looking good, got those glued up. They're actually getting ready to get shaped here shortly, but Kydex. Recently I did a video on Instagram talking about some of the Kydex that I got, some of the new materials I had brought in, and one of them is, give you an example like this, it's this olive drab topography. It's really cool. I have a couple of different colors here I'll share with you. I had a red topography, and as you'll see, this one is crimson. So you can see the difference between the two, right? So we got red and crimson, okay? Then you saw the olive drab one. That was that one right here. This is the olive drab, and then this is the coyote brown topography one. So hopefully this is all going to work well for you. There you go. So that'll work good for you. I have a gray topography. So pretty slick right there. And I have a couple of camouflaged ones. I got this one here. This one they call it Jawa, which I thought was kind of funny. They call this one Jawa, and if this one's called Gunny. It's got an olive drab in it and coyote brown and such. This one's the Jawa's more of a, this is like sand, coyote brown, and black. And that's black, dark brown, sand, a little bit of coyote kind of blend in with the black and stuff like that. So I got those. I actually got 8 new color sheets. So in doing so, I found out that, well, I also had several other colors. Normally I'm offering only about 5 or 6 in the previous times. Then if somebody had some requests, I would custom order and just do a sheath for them in like Tiffany blue or a blaze orange or something like that, which also cut them all down, but this is the blaze orange topography. There you go. That's really nice. So and I think that's the only one. Yep. So what ultimately ended up happening is I ended up with a bunch of sheets of Kydex that I wasn't selling. They were just sitting in a shop. I also recently saw some of these topography patterns and such. And I really like those, and I thought a lot of the folks out, camping, the backpacking, camping, overlanding community would really appreciate that kind of style on the face of their sheath. So I went ahead and bought some, did an Instagram video about that and put it out there. But I wanted to do a YouTube video because ultimately what ended up happening is I had to redesign the website to accommodate all these new colors. So right now when you go onto the website, I actually have 2 sections. Let me back up here. So if you were to go onto the website and you've never been there before, many of you are the old dogs who've been following me for the last 5, 7, 9 years. When you go onto the website, the homepage, there's a bunch of options on top. Usually your desktop or maybe an Apple pad or something like that. One of those bigger pads is easier to navigate. But when you go on there, you're gonna click on the top where it says knives on a desktop. That is, it says knives. You're gonna click on that, and a new page is gonna open up. And that page has everything knife related, as well as any type of swag, such as my mugs and the hoodies and stuff like that, the links to go to Bunker Branding to buy all those. So you're going to go on there and you're going to find that. As you scroll down on your website and on your phone too, you're going to scroll down and it's going to end and it's going to say load more. You're going to hit that tab and then it's going to load a second page, and it's going to keep going. Then you'll scroll down some more and it might say load more, maybe another 2 or 3 times. During that process, go through that all, you'll see a couple of spots there that are going to have the sheets. And there's going to be 2 categories. There's going to be a solid colors, and then there's going to be patterns. These solid colors are going to accommodate all the solid Kydex colors like black, coyote brown, foliage, or the flat dark earth, I think they call it. I'll have blaze orange, Tiffany blue, police blue, something like that, maybe a solid red, those kinds of things, as well as the leather looking ones, the raptor skin. They do have a bit of a texture and they are kind of a pattern, but not necessarily, so I left them in the solids. And there's another reason I left them there too, and I'll get that in a second. But the solid colors are going to be the brands of raptor skin, which is that leathery looking material. Let me get you a couple of these. And these are 2 of the 4 colors I have in it. And you'll see they have a bit of a texture to them. See, it's got like a leather look to it. So I have, this is brown, this is tan. I also have black and chestnut. And so these are going to be with the regular colors of Kydex, such as black and Tiffany blue and so on, like these here, the solid color like that. The other one is going to have the patterns. The patterns are going to be everything I just showed you in regards to the topography designs and the camouflage ones. The reason why I did that too is on my website and designing it, I guess maybe it's limited because of what it is, or the website design I use. I'm only limited to 15 pictures per selection. So for instance, these solid colors in Kydex, I'm only allowed 15 colors, which means I'm only allowed 15 products to display on that little tab, that option there on the page. So I left that all solids, and it worked out great because that's how many colors I actually had on hand. The patterns, they make a few more patterns, and if the patterns seem to be kind of popular, I'll get a few more of them. I think they have a couple more topography colors as well as a couple more camouflage colors, and then they have some other designs and stuff too. So I'm going ahead and I'm going to keep the patterns one separate from the solids. But what this does is it lets you, the end user, decide what type of sheath you're going to want for your knife. You'll go in there and you'll select which color or which name you're going to want, and then you're going to pick a right or a left hand, and that's it. All of the sheaths come with a Blade Tech lock, so that's simple. I just need to know what color you like, and then if you're right or left-handed, that's all. Getting to that selection though, and why that's important is because the right and left hand option is because this topography color, this olive drab and black, this is going to be the face of your sheath. Solid black is going to be the back of your sheath. So all of the sheaths are going to have a face like this under the pattern. So it's going to have this pattern on the front, but it's going to be a solid black on the back. The reason why I do the black is because every single color that I just showed you has black in it. Every one of them, except for the gray. The gray actually has a black in it too, sort of. It's got a dark gray in it, and it's got a really, really dark gray right there, but it looks good with black. What doesn't look good with is solid gray or white, such as the olive drab. This olive drab pattern with the topography, it's actually a different shade of olive green than that. You know, they're two different shades. So I'm just going ahead with the black because it's really simple, it's easy, it matches with everything, and I do that. Also, this is a little bit more expensive than the solid colors or even the raptor skin for that matter. So I'm only adjusting the price for the face and not for a sandwich of pieces of two. So that's why. So with that being said, let's move to the changes and what happens with the website. Again, if you're new to the website, what you'll do is you'll go to ck-knifeandtool.com, and it'll show up the homepage, and it'll have the introduction and all the other stuff, and then you'll click on the knives. You'll click on knives, and all of a sudden you'll get a bunch of categories of knives that'll come up. Some of them will say some out of stock, some of them will have a price next to them. If it says out of stock, you can still click it and it'll give you a price, but you just can't select anything or make an order for it. But say, for instance, if you go to a camp knife. If you go to a camp knife and you're like, okay, I want to buy a camp knife, how do I buy one? Well, you'll go to your camp knife, you'll click on it, and there's only three options now. You're going to have your handle material, you're going to have your blade finish, and you're going to have your pin color. Now, the blade finish is a hand-sanded satin finish or the acid stone wash finish. So there's that. The other thing is going to be the handle material. Now, the handle material is going to be olive drab canvas micarta, black canvas micarta, or natural canvas micarta. The fourth option on that is going to be I'll pick wood. Well, I'll choose wood or something like that. Well, that means you just click I'll choose wood. You click that, pick your pin like nickel silver, I'll choose wood, and hand-sanded satin finish. Put that in your shopping cart. Now you'll go back to the knife category, click on knives, you'll scroll down and you'll find a wood. If you want something like Cocobolo or Desert Ironwood, you're going to go in there, you're going to click that option, you're going to click add to cart, you're going to put that Cocobolo in your cart, and then that'll allow you then to continue to proceed and check out. Now, if you want to add something like a custom decorative pin, you can do that too. You'll just go back under knives, scroll down, excuse me, you'll scroll down, and as you scroll down, you'll load more if you have to, even on your phone. Sometimes you got to do that, load more, and you'll load more pages. Then you'll get to the custom decorative pins. There's various categories. There's military law enforcement, there's religious, there's outdoors, like animals and wildlife. I have YouTuber pins, things of that nature, and you can select that and put that in your shopping cart. The reason why I broke the pins down such as I did, and the reason why I started changing how some of you might be familiar with when you order certain knives like a camp knife or a pup, is because a lot of people have liked the camp knife or a pup, but they didn't want anything to do with a YouTuber. So I made a lot more of those knives that weren't for a YouTuber than they were. Contrary, I also have made some of those knives like a pup or a camp knife or even a Rogue, and I've put other YouTubers' pins in them. Warrior Poet Society or Kit Badger, I've done that too. I have Five Finger Death Punch pin, I have Kit Badger, I have Warrior Poet Society, I have Coyote Works, Guga Foods. I have these pins that people have wanted to put in a knife other than what they were kind of meant to be for. And considering I have creative licensing on all this, I said it'd be a lot easier if I could streamline things and give it more customization by saying, okay, you can have a knife however you want with whatever pin you want. And then in the case of a Coyote Works knife, if you pick the Coyote Works, if you pick the camp knife and you want a Coyote Works pin in it or something like that, then it becomes a Coyote Works knife, and then Casey gets involved in that. If you pick a Kit Badger knife and you want no pin, or if you want some Viking Norse pin or something like that in it, then you get that. But if you want it to say Kit Badger and you want a Kit Badger pin in it, then Kit Badger gets involved in that. So that means these guys all get a little cut. I give them a percentage of that sale. But it also helped because a lot of people liked Warrior Poet Society, but they didn't want a Rogue or a Jasper. They wanted a Montana. Or they want a camp knife, but they want the Warrior Poet pin. So I wanted to say, well, yeah, you can have that, but then do I or do I not give Warrior Poet Society their cut in that sale because it's a Warrior Poet Society emblem, a logo, it's their mark. So I decided, you know what, it's probably better for everybody. Everyone could make more money and everyone would be happier by me allowing to do that instead. So that's what changed everything on the website the last year or so. But also brought forth the changes with the pins and the Kydex and everything. So hopefully that's very clear, or at least not as complicated as it might have been prior to this video. Okay, so with that being said, I wanted to give another shout out again to Forgotten Coast Canine right here. I want to give them a shout out. We're going to be doing something with a knife soon. Get something out there. I think it's going to be around November. Not 100% sure. I already talked with the gang over there. They said it sounds like a great idea. That's why I'm going to wrap up that knife in the next week or so. It's going to be ready. So basically, you're going to have to go through Forgotten Coast Canine and say, hey, what can I do to get involved with the raffle knife of a companion to help raise money for Forgotten Coast Canine and to have a chance to get a companion from moi. But other than that, everything else is going good. Got a whole bunch of new things coming up for 2024, end of this year and into 2024. So hopefully, I get so eager with that and I get impatient with a lot of it, but I just have to be patient. That means I can't tell you guys anything. But I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a whole new venture. Whole new process for me. I'm a little bit out of my comfort zone, so I'm gonna do that. A lot of folks were asking how my dad was doing. He was in one of the last videos. He's doing a lot better. We actually went out today and he got a bunch of shots. He's been getting some kind of shots, and we go for walks. We went to some local stores, said hi to some folks I know, walked through, did some things, did some shopping, ran some errands. Stopped over at Rocky Mountain, said hi to everybody over there. Thank you, Carrie. Never met Carrie before, but Carrie bought one of the knives, the pups, over at Rocky Mountain the other day. So thank you for the support. I'm hoping to get more over at Rocky Mountain, but I also have a lot of other things going on here in the shop. So hopefully everything will work out for the best in the long run. So if you have any question, guys, and you have any concerns about how getting through the website and how that's all going to work out, then feel free to reach out. I mean, it can be a little bit overwhelming, and it could be one of those situations where you just don't know what to do. When in doubt, just reach out to me. Just go ahead and send me an email. You can contact me through the website. You could do that, and then I'll try to do the best I can to answer your questions. If by chance between the time we communicate, one of the knives that was for sale was sold, and now you feel like, oh, dang it, if I would have just acted, don't worry about it. I can make one open just for you to make sure that all happens, because it has happened in the past, so don't worry about it. So everybody else, have a good one. Thanks for all the support. Remember, like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. Keep me from the bottom of the YouTube bucket, and we'll see you next time. Bye.